So all this sounds super interesting. So what if one of my students or I, when I grow up, want to be a game warden? What kind of skills or what should I expect that I should, work on to make sure when I apply, I can get the job? Because I heard it's super competitive.
It probably is one of the more competitive jobs in law enforcement in Maine, probably across the country. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get hired, because they hired me. So it's not impossible, and I'm the best example. So 7 or 8 years old, you're in junior high. There's really nothing at the forefront, at least at that point in your life, where you need to start gearing yourself up for, with the exception of outdoor knowledge and experience and that passion. So specifically for game wardens, whereas a state trooper candidate, it wouldn't matter. But for us specifically, if you want to be a game warden, outdoor skills are very, very important to us. And I mean that in the sense that you like to hunt and you like to fish. You don't just like the idea of, or think it's cool maybe to go hunting, but we want real life experience. So you can come in and say, yes, I've killed 2 or 3 deer. I've killed ducks. I've gone turkey hunting. I've been on a moose hunt. I've killed, partridge, those types of things, so that you can relay to us firsthand that, yes, I am an outdoors person. I know how hunting works. I know that culture of hunting, and the fringe benefits you get out of knowing those things are safe firearm handling generally, the laws and rules surrounding those things. You are aware of the culture and the dialogue around those outdoor sports, and all those things lend themselves really, really well to being a good game warden. So when you become one, you not only understand the language that they're speaking about hunting or whatever it is, you have a passion for it. And sometimes you can be 1, 2, or 3 steps ahead of someone who may be trying to break the law. And you can see through some of their behavior or some of their actions that something's not right here. So it's just critical to us. And quite frankly, if you do not have hunting and fishing skills, the likelihood of you becoming a game warden is very, very slim. It's almost as if you wanted to go work for UPS and didn't have a driver's license. It's almost that important that, you got to have that basic foundation. But in addition to that, the people that get selected for us are generally people. I guess they have good people skills, is what I'm trying to say. And we as adults at least know that someone can look perfect on paper. They might have the right degree, all the right accolades, and all the right boxes are checked off, but they may not be able to speak well to people. They might make bad situations worse by their attitude. We're trying to find people that make bad situations better by their attitude. Also, we are looking for people who are willing to learn. And we probably all have been around people that already know it all. And they don't generally work out very well, because that can come across to members of the public too. So we would rather hire someone with a good attitude than the highest of aptitudes. So we take attitude over aptitude, if that makes some sense. Whereas we'd rather have someone working for us that is willing to learn than already claims to know it all, because that's simply not the case. You just can't know it all. So hunting and fishing knowledge is key. A good attitude and people skills is key. And I say that to the 7th and 8th graders because it is so routine for us all now to be communicating on devices and texting and email or whatever's going on in the new world of social media. TikTok. TikTok. That don't lose your ability to communicate with someone eye to eye. And for our line of work, that is a make or break quality in someone. So if you want to be a game warden, if you want to do anything, I don't care what it is, but we're talking about being a game warden, you need to have good people skills. So to go along with that. And there's a whole host of other things we could get into, but work ethic is one, physical fitness is one. We have to hire people who are self-motivated. We give you probably $100,000 worth of tools to go do your job, including a free truck with free gas and free clothes. Here's your truck. Now go make things right in the world. Now we need someone that has a good work ethic, because it's not generally someone at the, outside your house door in the morning telling you to go do certain things. It's you. It's up to you. So that proactive, hard work ethic is very, very important in being a successful game warden. So, if that's a lot to, chew on as a 7th or 8th grader, but if it's something you really think you want to do, start thinking about those things, not too seriously, but they're important no matter what you do in life. But for us, it's really some critical skill sets.
So if someone wanted to know more about what you do as a game warden and they're interested, I heard you guys had a podcast. And what about the show that you guys did?
Yeah, our department, it's mefishwildlife.com, and there's a whole host of podcasts on there from fisheries biologists, wildlife biologists, and game wardens and things. And you can look into what it is that sparked their interest in their job and what their background is. And that's sometimes a good example of what you might want to do to try to fine tune your skill sets. We have, you can type in mainegamewarden.com. That goes to our website too. And excuse me, there's recruitment videos. There's a whole host of information about specialty teams and some of the things that we've already talked about. And yes, we do have, we had, I guess there's still reruns on Animal Planet, but Northwood's Law was on Animal Planet for about 4 years. I was the project manager, and that was a fantastic recruitment tool for us. There's still young adults talking about it, or even their parents for that matter. But it really kind of planted the seed for a lot of people that maybe this could be a good career choice for me. And those kids that were 7 or 8 years old 6 or 7 or 8 years ago are now entering the workforce, and we're seeing some of them come forward now. So it's actually very gratifying to see, and it was a great project. So.
And you were in charge of reviewing the tape?
Yeah. I was the liaison, I guess, the person that was between the production company over here and the Maine Warden Service. So, the work agreements and basically all the details passed through me, and I had to review all the footage. Each one of those hour episodes have 40 minutes of content. So that was my job to review all those to make sure that things were all as we would want them, the world to see. So
they're super accurate.
Well, I hope so. So far, so good. Yeah. I forgot a few things, but no, all went pretty well.
Well, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. And you gave us a lot to think about as far as our investigations. Good, so thank you again. And I hope some of these students will take on the lead.
Yeah, I hope so. And if anyone wants to contact me specifically, you can do that by going to mainegamewarden.com. Click on the career link, and then there's a little recruiter link, and that goes to my email 24 hours a day. And we can chat about that. So hopefully someone will, and if not, that's okay too. Just my advice is get out and enjoy nature however it is that you see fit. And it's good for the soul, and you learn a lot by just being able to sit in silence and think for a little bit, especially in today's world.
Thank you again so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Michelle.